Greetings and salutations. Charlton66 here once again to talk comics and other things comic book related. Hope everyone's doing well. Few things like I do in every video. Thanks to everyone for their support, their subscriptions, their comments, their interactions with me. I do appreciate that. It's overwhelming in a good way that much, that many people would comment and actually care about what I have to say. So that's meaningful unto itself. Also, it's good to see, everyone supporting each other. The random acts of kindness, the packages people get, and everything else. That's really nice that people do that and go out of the way to do that for their fellow YouTubers in the community. It just shows that we got each other's backs. It's fun, and I know I've done it, and it's better to give it than to receive it. That's always a fun task to figure out comic books or any other things you want to send to a fellow collector that will make their day, that will add to their collection and add to their enjoyment to the hobby and to the collection. Of course, enjoyment to the community, and look at all the support that we have for one another. So that being said, onward to some pickups that I have and a couple other random selections I'm going to go through. One of the first things I want to talk about is this nice Judge Dredd volume, The Complete Kennedy. He's one of my favorite artists on Judge Dredd. Everyone else, when they associate, particularly in this country, when they associate Judge Dredd, the artist, they usually say Brian Boland. I know this is going to be sacrilegious to say, but it's one of those things where Brian Boland is a phenomenal artist. He's got a very clean style. And because of that style, it's not suited for Dredd compared to the other artists who have more of a grittier approach to drawing Dredd, if that makes any sense. In Mega City 1 and its environs, you need an artist like Cam Kennedy who presented Judge Dredd in a much grittier way than Brian Boland and some of the other artists that came with. But it's just full of Judge Dredd stories, obviously, but most of them are from the early '80s all the way up until the early '90s. Stuff that he's done with Dredd through 2008 AD and some other American imprints. So again, it's a nice volume. It was only $50, but it's a complete Cam Kennedy for Judge Dredd. And with that, I found, which was really awesome, the dynamite art of Alex Ross. I found this used at a used bookstore for only $10. And it's like brand new. Its spine wasn't even cracked, and I had this on my wish list on Amazon because through Dynamite, he drew the Shadow, he drew, of course, Green Hornet, the Phantom, but it's got just excellent stuff in here. Pencils, prelim sketches. If everyone hasn't seen this, it's worth it. Nice Phantom. But for only $10, it was a steal. And one of the highlights for me, which the price, the admission alone, even if I paid the full price, was earlier stuff that he did for as he was, I think he was a teenager, and he did it. But it's all these obscure Golden Age heroes that I come to love so much. Start on this page right here, and it goes on to this page, and it shows it has the right color combinations for the costumes. I don't know when he did all of these drawings. I seem to read when he was in high school or something, but I don't think it's that. I think it's too good for that time period. And the end part right here. But it's got all these obscure Golden Age heroes, and the costumes, the color combos are Yeah, it says childhood sketches of forgotten 40s heroes, showing that I've been interested in them for some time. Um, he was 12. Oh, excuse me. It was this one right here. My mistake. It was this one when he was did as a child, not these really nice ones here. Oh, those were done when he was a pro. But nonetheless, phenomenal stuff. My beloved Skyman, right there. So it's really good stuff. Anyway, the Dynamite art of Alex Ross. I got picked that up, and I couldn't believe I only paid $10 for it. So that was the pickup of the month, I think. Um, anyway, um, onward to some comics. I know I had shown my Showcase 37, the first appearance of the Metal Men. Nice solid copy. But I also located my 38, Showcase 38, second appearance of the Metal Men. Nice solid copy. And 39. And I have 40 around somewhere. I think they were in 40. But it doesn't have a date stamp, but it's got either European or Canadian price mark on the top of it. But this is number 39 of Metal Man. Again, nice solid copy. And what I did was some of my random Justice League America. One of the things I liked about the Justice League were their villains, and when they appeared and teamed up with the JSA. Because I love the JSA. I love anything of the Golden Age characters, and some of my favorite stuff was with those characters. So some of the stuff that I have that I just randomly picked out. Of course, Justice League of America 21. The first meeting with them, the re-enter of the JSA. Love that cover, and still one of the coolest panels. One of my favorite panels in comic book history is towards the end, where they all meet up with their counterparts. And this panel here at the bottom, everyone's smiling, sitting there talking, shaking hands, listening to each other, just like they're talking about adventures of past times and what the future has to hold for them. They're smiling. They're no angst. A lot of change in comic books, I tell you. You would never see that now. Unfortunately, you'd probably see one of them trying to figure out how to kill the other one if they went crazy, or one's going to be pissed off at the other character, whatever. But you'll never see that type of friendship or positive interaction with characters now like you did back then. But it's one of my favorite panels. But again, Justice League America 21. And of course, good old 29. First appearance of the Crime Syndicate, which I think is a really cool super villain team to go against the Justice League and the JSA. This is their first full appearance right here. Great cover, number 30. And number 37. And this has a claim to fame, is the first Silver Age appearance of my man, Mr. Terrific. Right there. One of my favorite Golden Age characters. Really nice condition, pretty good solid copy there. I'd probably say it's in VF. Probably fine. A little bit damage on the top there. Yeah, it presents really well, except for that scrape right up there. But anyway, nice solid copy. Again, Silver Age, first Silver Age intro for Mr. Terrific. First appearance of the Key Master of the World. Justice League America 41. This is a very nice copy. And the Royal Flush Gang. What a flippin' cool villain team that was. Justice League of America 43. Number 43. Good stuff there. And of course, everyone knows this issue, number 55. Great cover here on 56. Justice League versus the Justice Society. And it's got the beloved date stamp right there in the middle, which I will pick up one with a date stamp over one without it. Such a great cover. Justice League America 64. Red Tornado. And my man Vigilante, Justice League of America number 78. High grade copy with my man Vigilante right on the cover. One of my favorites. He was with the Seven Soldiers of Victory, leading comics. Then went on to his own backup stories in Adventure Comics, and he's on this cover, Justice League of America. Such a great character. Vigilante. Justice League of America, number 101. Nice border headshots. That's when you knew you were in some good fun right there, when you knew the Justice Society was going to be in there. And good old Metamorpho, right here at the bottom. Sandman, good stuff. You knew you were going to have a good comic book right there. It had all the characters in there. Justice League America 102. Like I said, this was just a random selection of some of the issues that I had with Golden Age characters with the Justice League. Right here, 107. The sensational return of 6 Golden Age greats. They're the quality heroes that DC acquired and then turned them into the freedom fighters. Human Bomb was my guy out of this one. Loved his look. Liked his powers too. They were cool. And Justice League 108. With the freedom fighters. And date stamp right there. August 16th. All right. That's all I had to show for those random selections of Justice League of America. And I have more, of course. The ones that with Per Decaton, with awesome George Perez artwork with them. But there were a lot more comics to show. And I got one more thing. Picked up this portfolio, The Thunder Agents, by George Tuska. A nice old from 1987. This is the front piece to the portfolio. Here's a nice shot of the whole team. Good old late great George Tuska. Nice powerful forms. One thing about him, he knew anatomy. He was very good at it. Dynamo. Iron Maiden. And I love the fact that they're just pencil. There's no color, which I think it would have lost its punch if they were colored. George Tuska's pencils look phenomenal. Dynamo and the Iron Maiden. This was done in '86, and George Tuska did not lose his touch. Guy's been around since the Golden Age, and when he drew this, good stuff. Lightning, last panel or last plate in this portfolios of Lightning, outrunning machine gun fire. All right. That is it for me for right now. I do appreciate everyone viewing and subscribing. Thanks again for the comments and everyone's you know the contribution to the community. I do appreciate that, and I watch a lot of the videos and learn from a lot of people. So it's good to see everyone together. I need to get on one of those live chats. I seem to be missing them. I always see them after they're over with, so I'll catch one, I'm sure, soon enough. All right, everyone, take care and take care of each other.